My name is Clay Robinson. I'm a 21-year-old climber from Salt Lake City, Utah. We're out here in Red Rocks, which is just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. The whole landscape of Red Rock is kind of a dream location. Red Rock kind of boasts some of the most amazing sandstone bouldering in the States. Legendary climbs that have a lot of history, and I just wanted to come and experience that. I started climbing because I stopped playing soccer, which was kind of my lifelong sport, and then I reconnected with some old friends that were climbing at a local gym, and I kind of just got sucked in, started climbing with them as much as I could, and yeah, it kind of just spiraled from there. The rest is history. When I'm climbing, I think I'm the most tuned in with myself than I ever am. There's this sense of freedom. There's this sense of expression of like nothing else necessarily matters. But for me, it's a hyper focused, hyper freeing type of space mentally. I wanted to do the nest because it's one of those lines that I saw kind of towards the beginning of when I started climbing like 3 years ago. It's just a line that's like super inspiring. It's hard. It's a test piece, and I was like, someday I really want to climb that. The crux of the nest is really a three sequence, 3 move problem where you have to do a really hard Gaston move into a bump hold, and then a really big bump to a decent hold, and then you have to cross underneath and then bump out left. The only move that I haven't done is the really big bump move, but everything else is gone. So the progress is coming. I feel like I'm getting close, but it's kind of hard to say like exactly how far away I am from doing it. Feels so close, but like 10 miles away, 10,000 miles. Just dry fired off my right hand a couple times. It was depressing.
Fuck! That mantle, I was mantling.
You were mantling for sure, or your thumb wouldn't look like that.
Yeah. That was a promising feeling.
The process of something being on your limit is like, you don't quite know if it's right underneath your limit or if it's right over your limit, and you're not going to be able to get it done.
I was slipping.
This trip, because it's been so long, like I've had a lot of different people down here with me. We were able to have Io come down. He has a great sense of humor, and we're both kind of like lighthearted on climbing days.
Getting close. We're getting close to something.
That's always super fun to kind of just keep things like light and not super like stressful.
You have to catch my dad's hug like this.
But he's been climbing for so much longer than I have, so it's cool to be able to see and learn from him and kind of like gain from his process and approach to climbing, you know. And everyone kind of has a different approach. Being able to gain that from people with more experience is always super valuable.
Did you come into this?
Yeah, I did.
Into this, then to this.
Yeah, good. Yeah, push the toe hard. Good.
Yeah, that's beta.
Says he'll hook the start hole.
Crazy.
Come on. Come on.
Wow.
One more.
Maybe not one more. My ring finger hurts a little. I don't want to push it.
Cool, yeah.
About a week and a half into the trip, I was climbing on hungry hippos, and I didn't notice anything while I was climbing, but after I climbed, my finger was like super sore. And I think the next session when I went to warm up was like, oh wow, this is hurting. And from that moment on, I've kind of just not been able to really crimp or anything like that. The injury really sucks and has been hard on this trip because I came into the trip with a lot of objectives. Like I wanted to climb Wet Dream and Atlas and Abated, and it's been hard to kind of let go of a lot of objectives that I wanted and a lot of really cool and beautiful climbs that I wanted to do. I can't do anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I don't show it externally as much, but I do get pretty angry with myself when I think I'm not performing like I should. Sometimes that's just maybe I have too big of expectations for myself.
That felt so close. So close.
It's always a hard balance of coming back to something that's like really, really challenging, and it makes you deal with failure and deal with confrontation of who you are. It's always frustrating to like keep banging your head against the same project and, you know, not seeing the type of progress that you want. In a lot of ways, like my progress I can attribute to, you know, having hard goals and pushing myself and trying to attain things that might be out of reach. And even when I fall short, it's like, well, at least I got close. The hard part about it is it's mentally taxing at times. It's not easy to show up and then not see the results that you want to see. I try and always have the perspective that it's like I owe it to myself to continue to show up. I kind of want to manifest what I think I can be and who I think I can be as a climber and also as a human. Even though you don't always see the climbing results you wanted to, it's like you still have this amazing experience just meeting new people, hanging out with some really cool friends, you know, in an absolutely beautiful landscape. And it's like those experiences by themselves is like enough to put a smile on anyone's face. Outside of the climbing experience, it's like the experience of just being in these places is kind of refreshing and revitalizing. That's kind of like the beauty of the sport. Climbing connects us to these landscapes as much as it connects us to our own climbing journey. You know, it's like being here, projecting the nest and, you know, these other climbs in Black Velvet. It's like I feel connected to the land. I think like the blessing of pushing myself is like it brings me to these beautiful places. It brings me to, you know, really be able to test myself on amazing climbs, on, you know, awesome terrain and holds, and meet amazing people along the way and stuff. That's kind of what brings me back in the long run. It's like it's not, you know, it's not an individual pursuit all the time. It's this communal thing that brings a lot of people together. Having friends out here climbing with, and like having people open up their home to me, and having friends that are just willing to kind of like come down and hang and have a good time is like that's really what it's all about at the end of the day.